Some of us saw this type of news coming a mile away, as if you refresh on some of my older videos, I specifically said a lot of the things we're seeing, we will see people taking plea deals. And as we see, people are now taking their pleas. So it was reported, and I'm going to read it just as it was reported so it'll sink in for those that are still allowing people manipulate the truth. R. Kelly co-defendant pleads guilty to bribing woman to stop her from testifying against singer. A co-defendant of R&B singer and alleged sexual abuser Robert Sylvester Kelly pleaded guilty on Tuesday to bribery. Richard Arline Jr. admitted in court that in May and June 2020, he tried to get a woman identified as Jane Doe to not go forward with testimony or give any electronic evidence against Kelly. He said that what he did was wrong and that he is sorry. Illinois federal and state prosecutors, as well as New York federal prosecutors, say Kelly was a prolific abuser of women and girls. He and his henchmen allegedly tried to clamp down on evidence of wrongdoing. For example, one manager allegedly called in a shooting threat to prevent a screening of the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries. Another man allegedly lit a SUV on fire outside a victim's home. Arline's case stems out of R. Kelly's racketeering case out of Brooklyn. He reached out to Jane Doe according to the criminal complaint. The woman responded at the direction of law enforcement. Eventually, they settled on a possible number of $300,000, but at that time, investigators said it was unclear if Kelly or others authorized Arline to negotiate. Read that again. Investigators said it was unclear if Kelly or others authorized Arline to negotiate. The bottom line, however, is that Arline tried to coordinate a bribe payment in exchange for her not to cooperate with law enforcement. Authorities said they got evidence that Arline voiced concerns to a person identified as Individual 5 over what Doe knew. Rob. If I had talked to Rob on the phone and Rob got the money, he gonna pay. First name of Jane Doe to be quiet, Arline said in documents. Like if I had a way to talk to Rob, being next to him and telling him what's going on without nobody listening to, no feds, nobody, he gonna pay her ass off to be quiet. She got too much. Now, let's rewind to what I already told you and what I believe occurred. Because everybody was around here drinking the Dawn juice. So I believe he told this guy that the Jane Doe had evidence that would convict R. Kelly. And that is when this plot emerged after seeing the girls get into this dispute publicly on Instagram. That is my belief. All the excuses as to why he did it, all this other stuff that he was trying to do, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to see none of that in the comments for the simple fact, as you can hear the way they are setting this up, all this is coming back to R. Kelly. Okay? If you're a Patreon on my Patreon account, you will notice that these complaints have already been uploaded, as well as the individuals that were specified in that complaint. So most of us are ahead of what's going on and anticipated what we see. And we also can see why they're pressing so hard to keep this evidence sealed. Now, as far as the rest of the case, there's supposed to be another hearing tomorrow, I believe. And of course, they're still doing this ping pong match as far as handing over this evidence, as the prosecutors were supposed to be handing it over by tomorrow. And now they're basically trying to say, in so many words, they don't want him to have physical copies and put other restrictions on how they handle this evidence. But it's funny though, everybody else done seen this damn evidence, but they doing all this so that the defense is limited. That's very interesting. Stay tuned, because I will keep you updated. This was just a quick update to bring back, hey, these plea deals are coming. This ain't gonna be the last. Keep that in mind. Have a good day.